Welcome to our inaugural Settify training webinar. I've been so encouraged by the overwhelming registrations, which is fabulous, but most of all, it tells me two things. One is that the webinar forum is favoured in the legal industry as a convenient means to gather your information. And most importantly, too, that you as our partner firms are keen to embrace our innovation and optimise what Settify has to offer, which is great. So I'm going to endeavour to make this short, sharp and really useful for everyone attending. By way of introduction, my name is Joanne Kanellos, generally known as Jo. I'm the Client Relationship Manager for Settify, and the aim of my role is to liaise with our current partner firms, provide you with additional value in terms of analytic reporting, refresher training sessions, updates on new capabilities and targeted support to offer you a more personalised service. So that's what I do. In the interest of full disclosure and to manage everyone's expectations, this is my first ever webinar, so I'm a tad nervous. It could be a little shaky, but I hope you can embrace the human element and get to know me a little better. But my passion is to assist each and every one of you. So in terms of housekeeping for this webinar, my colleague and lovely marketing manager, Emma, is assisting and will monitor for questions. I'm unable to see the chat whilst I'm presenting, but I will pause at the end of each section so that Emma can flag to me any questions that come through. The intention of this webinar is to offer a guided tour, if you will, about the foundations of your Settify platform, where to access the features from a firm's perspective so that you can easily navigate the system on a day-to-day basis. Most of you will know how easy it is to work with our layout. However, if you can walk away after the next 30 minutes having learned a couple of extra things you didn't know previously, then I'll have achieved my goal to make you all happy Settifiers. So today I will specifically address three of the absolute basics. The first is the layout of your home screen dashboard and its features. The second, an overview of the information toolbar at the base of each Settify screen. And then third, configure Settify, which is where each firm can individually control and customize many of the options. In future sessions, I plan to cover off with more detail about how you achieve further value, sending Settify invitations, and just offering useful tips on how different partner firms leverage the Settify technology for what we say are brilliant first meetings every time. So let's begin, and I'll share my screen for the demonstration using our faux law firm test site. Let me get that up for you. Emma, would you please confirm to me if that screen is shared correctly?
That's perfect. Thanks, Jo.
Thank you. Okay, because we're focused on the basics today, actually, I'm just going to log out of here. Because we're focused on the basics, a question that I'm often asked is, where do I log into Settify? So my high-level tip to answer this is simply go to your firm's website and click on a Settify button, just as any client would access Settify for your law firm. And this will bring up your firm's Settify landing page. And from there, you can easily log into the back-end dashboard with the toolbar at the base of the screen. So this is what you would see when you log in. If you go to the base of that screen, there is your login button. I will log in and ta-da, you are in. Okay, so now a guided tour of your home screen dashboard. So my next tip is to have this page or your Settify site bookmarked for ease of access each morning. If you can't find it, you won't use it. So bookmarking it avoids the dreaded login problem. And if you have it bookmarked, it'll just be helpful. When you log in this dashboard, you'll see up the top where I've got the Stanford, Kennan and Spry wording, you will see your firm's name, logo and colours. Moving down the next line, it's noted which email address you've successfully logged in with, and it helps with tracking any changes you've made if need be. Underneath that, you will see Configure Settify and Invitations. I'll address Configure Settify in the latter part of this webinar, and invitations I'll address in our second training webinar. It's scheduled for the 5th of October. We will send out invitations to that. You've probably heard me mention that Settify invitations are our most powerful conversion tool. Our data backs that up. So if you receive the invitation, please register for that session, and I'll show you how and why our invitations will provide you with the greatest return on investment. Next is a line that indicates the leads list shown in the body of the main screen, so just here. Settify now offers 4 business line platforms. So we have family law, wills, probate and estate disputes. So if you weren't aware that we offer all of those platforms for intake and your firm does practice in those additional business lines, reach out. A member of our team can help you explore if it's a good fit, and definitely offer a demonstration for your consideration. Here, we are showing leads for all the practice areas. So that's what you'll generally see on your home screen. And I've got all of them on this test site, so family, wills, probate and estates. Your firm will show leads for the practice areas it's selected to partner with Settify in. Another tip when you're on the all practice areas screen is that you can determine which client has lodged lodged in which practice area, and you do that by just looking at the little letter in the circle at the start of the client's name over here. So quite clearly, P is for probate, L for family law, W for wills. So that's another great tip if you're scanning through the all practice areas leads list. The headings, I'll just show you this. The headings up here are all links. So they allow you to toggle between practice areas to see those particular leads. So for example, if you only practice in family law, it'd be unnecessary for you to see all the leads like wills and probate. In this circumstance, you can simply click onto the family leads and provide you with a list of only the relevant clients you'd be dealing with. So I'm just going to click into family there. And now I can see all of my leads in this list are family law clients. Note that if you do toggle between, say, the family and will systems, it may prompt you to log in again as you're moving from one platform to another. But this is an improvement that we hope to release soon, so that only one login is required when you are practicing in multiple areas. Another tip I have on this page is this little icon here, which is a link that if I hover near, tells me view this client's other record. So we have a bridge bill from family law to the wills platform. This link is a terrific indication to the firm that this family client has begun a wills platform and can be followed up for estate planning needs at the end of their family law matter. We know that reviewing estate planning is important for family law clients, and our system encourages them to consider updating their will. So we would have already gathered roughly 60% of the information required for a will for that Settify family from the Settify family law intake, and therefore it makes it a quick, easy process for the client, and importantly, a wills business line builder for the firm. If the client hasn't yet lodged the wills intake with your firm, you won't see it. However, this link indicates to you that they have started, and it is a great lead to follow up on or open up that conversation when the family law matter is actually finalised. So that's a great little tip for that one there. Going into the main body of the dashboard, we'll list clients that have completed a Settify inquiry / intake information. It includes the date that they lodged their Settify inquiry. It also includes a column to say whether or not you've completed a conflict check and whether you're able to act for that client, and also the status of the billing. A couple of extra things on this particular screen is you can search for a client. Just click on that, pop in their name, and it will bring them up for you if there's a whole heap of leads in there. And the other thing is you can rearrange the visual display of your list. So at the moment, it's displayed in date order. You can choose to have it displayed in alphabetical order, the A to Z or the Z to A. And the last little tip, if I hover over this icon, shows me that if I hit the refresh, that will bring up any new clients that have recently lodged. Hovering over most icons gives you an explanation of what that icon does, which is really helpful. So I'm going to quickly pause here and just ask if there's any questions about that. Emma, would you flag for me if there is, please?
No, Jo, you're all good. No questions.
Okay, lovely. Wonderful. Moving on. I now draw your attention to the links at the base of your Settify pages. This is probably the little dry section that I'm presenting, but I think it's important to run through it as a basic step. Note that the same toolbar layout is visible on every Settify page that you go into, so that assists you to navigate efficiently and with ease. The first one is the home link. Regardless of which Settify page you're in, this home link allows you to quickly navigate back to your dashboard. So for example, if I am in the Configure Settify screen, I have the option to go back to home at the top or again at the base in that toolbar. I'll also show you if I'm in a client record, so I've selected a client and that's loaded. I have the option to go back to home from the top of the screen, or again, if I scroll through the brief, which is comprehensive, at the base of the screen, I will see that toolbar again and I can easily go back to the home area. All right. Next is security and confidentiality. So if a client is ever to question you on how your firm or Settify as a company protects and secures their confidential information, you can access those details here by simply clicking on this link. All data is stored in Australia, and Settify uses technology powered by Amazon, which is a world leader in cloud solutions and security. It includes security features common to banking and military applications, and it encrypts all our data whilst it's in transit and at rest, so it can't be read or tampered with, which is, really important. Next is privacy. Set out in this tab is the privacy policy. All potential clients can access that as well from their Settify site. It assures the users that your firm's committed to respecting and protecting their privacy, and sets out how their personal information is collected, stored, used and disclosed, which, some people are really interested in. That is all there in the privacy tab. Terms and conditions, that outlines the T's and C's any potential client will see when accessing the firm's Settify site. So I would say for these 3 tabs, if you're interested and would enjoy some fun Sunday reading, click through them, and it'll provide you everything you wish to know in regards to how we do look after the information that we're caring for, and that how it is shared. So you can direct a concerned client there if they've asked any questions in regards to those 3 topics. Next, we go to the log out button. This one is self-explanatory, but if you are logged in, the link will show with the log out option and vice versa. So both these functions can be accessed at the base of the screen, and if you select to log out, I'll just click on that. It will prompt you and ask you, you can select, yes, I want to log out, or you can choose, no thanks, take me back to the home screen. Often Settify will check with you if that's what you actually want to do and give you a little chance to think before you move on. Next up is the option to change your password down the bottom here. If you wish to update your Settify password at any time, you'll find that option here at the base of the screen. If I go into that, all I need to do is pop in my current password, select a new password, the guidelines are there for the requirements, and then you can simply change. If you do forget your current password, simply email tech support and our team will reset it. That is the last tab at the bottom of your screen, our tech support tab. I will jump back to multi-factor authentication. I'll just go on to that. If you would like enhanced security protection for your Settify account, feel free to access this tab. It's set up as a second layer of security and it's linked to your mobile phone. All the instructions are in the page. And finally, I'm going to go back to the all-important tech support tab. Bottom right-hand corner of your screen, familiarise yourself with it. Many of you email directly, email me directly with issues or questions or little tech problems that you've got, things you would like to update. We have staff across the globe in all time zones, and therefore we provide really excellent tech support backup to ensure your issues are addressed quickly. Simply click on the tech support tab. It will guide you with our top tech support issues, and we've listed them, the common questions and solutions. If I just go into that, the top questions and solutions, if you click on them, are there. If you have a different question, simply click on something else, fill out the unique details of your question, and our team will resolve the problem. And usually we are doing that within a 3-hour window. Many of you, I know, are not aware of this option. It sends an email directly to our tech support desk. So it goes to the place that we can, support you in a really timely manner and give you a resolution to your queries as quickly as possible. So that concludes my run through of the toolbar at the base of your screen. Do we have any questions about that one, Emma?
No, Jo, everyone's still quiet.
Okay, lovely. Hopefully they're getting something out of it. We will now go to our last topic. I'll go back to my home screen. And our last topic today, in terms of the basics, is Configure Settify. I think many of you will find this interesting. So if I click on that, it brings up a big list for us. So this is where your firm can really make many of the changes that we are often emailed and asked to make on your behalf. Of course, we're happy to do that, but I want you to know that the power is really in your hands. So first of all is your team. Names, photos, biographies, and emails of all the Settify users in your firm can all be updated here, and you can add new staff members. If I go into that, here's our list of lawyers. it shows you where you can edit, archive. If a staff member's on like extended leave, maternity leave, etc., you can also delete a staff member and their login access if, for example, they have departed the firm. The biographies and photos will be included in Settify invitation emails when a lawyer is selected in an invitation. So a great way to give a personalised introduction to the client of the lawyer that they will meet with in their initial appointment. And it can also link to a lawyer's website profile for further sort of get to know you information. I'm going to go into edit, and I would encourage all of you to go into the edit for yourself and just have a look. Make sure you're happy with the photo. You can change that your name is spelled correctly, your title is how you wish it to be, and that the email address is correct. And from there, you have a lot of other options. You can add in a charge out rate, a phone number. Make sure you're happy with your biography that will go into the Settify invitation. So a little introduction about yourself. And lastly, down the bottom, if you have an assistant that you would like CC'd or blind CC'd into emails, that can all be added in here. Last little tip is never forget to save your changes. You'll always find this at the bottom of your screen or up the top here. Important if you want your changes to actually take effect. Okay, we'll go back. And the second topic in this list is office details. So all current office location addresses will be listed here if you have multiple offices. If you open a new office or you change location, you can simply add the details in this screen. So add another office. And again, office address you select can be included in Settify invitation emails. Great for directions when appointments are made using Settify. Third on the list is integrations. I'm going to highlight here that I often have firms who say the integrations heading isn't visible to them in the Configure Settify list. So if that's the case for your firm, I can share my technical expertise with my amazing tech lingo and advise you that your system simply requires what's known as a hard refresh, and the integrations tab will then show. So web browsers sometimes store old links to make it load faster. It may just be, there may just be a need to trigger that there is a change by doing a hard refresh. It's Command-Shift-R if you're using a Mac, Control-Shift-R if you're using Windows, or just Google how to hard refresh. And then once you go into that integrations tab, it will show you the practice management systems that we integrate with. There should be a drop-down list, so it'll give you an indication. But if you reach out to our team and you're not set up, we will absolutely help you get that integration up and running. Our integrations are saving our partner firms an incredible amount of time with manual keying, and often what used to take them 20 minutes to manually key a matter is now taking 20 seconds. So you add that up over the amount of matters that you'll open from the Settify information, and it can be a really significant change for your firm. Okay, integrations tab. Now we're on to billing and accounts. This shows you where you would like your invoices sent and your recent invoices. So if I go in here, up the top, you'll see view your past invoices, and then you will see the names and the email addresses of the people that will receive the monthly billing portal, and also where the invoices are sent. You can update that yourself if the accounts person changes, and then, yeah, simply make sure that you do save those changes. I often speak to account staff that say, oh no, I don't log into Settify, I don't have a reason to, until I tell them that they can view all the past invoices, which they find extremely handy. So that's a good one to know. The next two tabs I think are really useful and will be of great interest. The first one is customize the client experience. So I'm going to go into that. This is what the client will experience on their screen. So there's many advanced options and settings in here that you can choose to change in line with what your firm's preferences are. Initially, I would just encourage you to check that the phone number is correct, but then have a little look through here, and you can select to build in to the Settify experience for your clients any questions that may be useful to you. So I'm going to give you an example. One of them is ask for the marriage location. If your firm would like to know the marriage location for a family law client and want that question asked during the Settify induction, you can simply tick the box and save the changes. From there, every time a family law client completes Settify, they will be asked what their marriage location was. So have a browse through there. There's probably a number of interesting things that you may choose to take out or put in. Ask for pronouns is another one that is of interest at the moment. Many firms are doing that. People do appreciate being able to provide pronouns for themselves or any other people in the matter. I will now go to the next one, which is your experience. So customizing the admin experience. So this is what the firm and its staff will experience when they're using Settify. You can set email addresses for all your notifications. So who those notifications are going to be emailed to, including all new lead notifications, where the invoices will be sent. You can amend any of these settings yourself as necessary. If you're going to have a staff member on leave and that person shouldn't be getting the Settify notifications for a period, you can simply update yourself here, Settify notifications. You can CC in other email addresses. A really handy one in this screen that I'll just bring to your attention is here, the last day on which your offices will be open in December. If you click over the question mark, it will drop down to tell you that if you put numbers in here, then during your office closure period, we will display a helpful message which will advise new inquiries of the office closure period and assure them that their inquiry will be responded to when you reopen. Very handy one to know for Christmas. Generally, I try and send an email out just reminding people that that option is available. Next is invitations. I'll show you that screen. So this allows you to give clients the experience you want them to have from your Settify invitation emails. You can also enable phone and video meetings set up with appropriate links. So we always encourage you to utilize the invitation function as much as possible, as it does have our greatest conversion rates. And invitations can be sent even if your website's not active yet. As soon as you've got Settify up and running, you can start utilizing invitations. This screen is not where you send your invitations from. I will address that and how to do it in the next webinar, but it will help you with setting up how those invitations go out. A really useful couple of things in this screen is that you can click to default to phone and video conference meetings. So if I click on the question mark, it tells me if this box is enabled, then all new invitations will default to being a phone or video conference meeting, which many of us are doing now. And this can always be changed on the invite screen on a case-by-case basis. And then under that, the information to display for phone or video conference meetings. So you can put a little blurb in this box, and that might include details of your video conferencing platform, your Skype username, any details about the virtual meeting and how it will be conducted. So that's another great one. Again, don't forget to save your changes. All right, we're down to the last two. This Settify links and buttons, I think, should be of great interest to everyone too, and I would encourage you to have a play and see what value it can bring you. If we go into that screen, basically this is where you can generate your own links and buttons yourselves. So I'm going to give you an example. You can pop in the practice area that you're making this link for. I will select that I'm a family lawyer. I want a link for my social media. So I'm going to select that button and a link. And do I want the link personalized? I'll say yes, I do. And I'll pretend that I'm the lawyer Amanda Curdell. And then what it has generated for me is a wonderful link that I could put on my LinkedIn profile and allow any of my prospective clients to immediately get started with Settify from an invite referral link on my LinkedIn profile. I think it's really useful. I won't show you a preview because it doesn't work in my test law firm, but any buttons that you do populate, you can have a little look at a preview here as well, which is really great. Back to our last one, which is the COVID-19 messaging. Now, I know that we're not in the depths of the pandemic as we were. However, many of us are still working remotely. So if your office is closed or you're working remotely, here you can tick to display a special message on your Settify landing page when clients go in, which will instruct the client. Again, the question mark will tell you that if you enable the setting, it will display the special notification on the first page that your clients see when they arrive on the Settify system. I'm going to click that, and down here, I'm going to check what that message is. So this is the landing page body. And it is stating that while the COVID-19 pandemic is creating a challenging environment for everyone, we remain open and have the technology and processes to assist you with your family law matter during this time. Please begin with this online induction, which will prepare us to conduct our meetings with you over the phone, video chat, and other remote technologies. And you can save those changes. Okay, that concludes or brings me to the conclusion of the presentation. I encourage you to have a play. There's probably a few things in there that I mentioned that you did not know were available. You can't break anything. The system will often ask if you're sure you want to make the update. So it'll do a little check for you, and you can always revert back on any updates if you have made an error. Finally, if anyone has suggestions on topics they would like included in future webinars, please complete the survey at the end of this webinar, and then we can absolutely look to address them. So I thank you for your time. It was exciting for me to get through that and hopefully impart some useful information. Do we have any final questions, Emma?
No, all quiet on the question front, Jo. I think you answered everything really in depth during that webinar, so thank you.
Terrific. Well, I think I ran 5 minutes over. So I do thank everyone for their valuable time and attendance, and happy Settifying. I hope to speak to you soon.